Okay, hey everybody, this is Grace, and I'm dealing with herd mentality here. When you're parked a little bit far from something and people start coming up and parking right near you, it's so weird. But anyway, I want to talk about in this video is something that happened to Adam and I yesterday. This is Texas, north of Dallas, suburbs out here. And we were going to what is the largest Dollar Tree store in Texas. I know there are other ones. Somebody reminded me. I think it's happened more than once. If there are other ones that are bigger, well, I'm not saying there. I'm saying here. Some people, I tell you. Or if I say something about the weather, which I'm going to do, and they say, but you know it's hotter somewhere. Well, I'm not there. I'm talking about here. They can't see me on there. They want to be the one to correct people. Seriously. But anyway, I want to talk about this. What happened yesterday. We didn't wind up going to the Dollar Tree, though. So, I say the Dollar Tree. I don't like it when people say the. It's just Dollar Tree, you know? Does it have to have a the in front of it? Oh my goodness, I'm in a funny mood today. I'm out early this morning. And, well, not really early. I've been out earlier. I plan on being out much earlier doing this job that I do for health insurance. But anyway, boy, I said a lot in the beginning of it. And what I want to talk about is what happened yesterday, like I said. It was very odd. Let me go ahead and move out of here before. Whoop, there's somebody. But yesterday, Adam and I were going to go there, but then he didn't want to go. He was adamant he was not going to go anywhere. And I said, I changed my mind because I wanted to get certain products that they don't sell. And I said, I think I'm going to also go to Big Lots, which is a Big Lots right near it, you know. So he said, oh, if you're going to go to Big Lots, I'll go. He likes Big Lots. I don't know why. One of them they closed down, but this one is pretty big, the Big Lots. So we left, and I said, well, you know what? Let's what we should do is go to their senior rec center. Well, it's for people over 50 years old and older. I did not ever think anybody would consider somebody 50 years old. I remember the first time when I was 50, and I saw that they say people who are 50 years old and older go to the senior center. I asked the guy, the guy that was working at it at the time. I said, since when is 50 senior? Yeah, I was kind of, I think I was 50. And I was like, it is wrong. You know, a senior citizen is, by the way, not a senior citizen. An elderly person is considered somebody over 65. That needs to change. It really does. 65 and older. And but a senior citizen was always, now I even forgot. Look what they did to me. They made me forget. Okay, but anyway, I went there. You know, I said let's go there for lunch because they have a cafe and there, and they sell things mainly the people that I've seen in there. For the most part, anytime I've ever been there, they're in there. I'd say like yesterday when we went, mainly in their 80s and up. But usually I've seen 70 and up. But then I started going to a different rec center for, you know, workout before 2020, and it was a lot of the 70 years old would be in old, you know, those in the 70s would usually be there. Interesting, isn't it? I hardly ever see people around my age group. Seldom ever see anybody. And I don't know what you think you're doing riding on my tail here, but I'm 2 miles over the speed limit, and there are 2 lanes over there. You can go over there. I'm only going to get slower. Yeah, riding my tail. Wow, this is one idiot. Unbelievable. I'm not moving for you, so there. I'm just going to do this. so much of an idiot. Wow. Where was that police officer? Or was it on the other side? So they backed off, by the way. But anyway, I'm going to go back over here. Oh, now they're going to follow me in here. Oh, you're going to grace me with your presence. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Yeah. You do know you're in Texas, right? But I bet it's... Anyway, now you get to see what I deal with pretty much every day. That person was on my tail. Okay? I mean, I could not see their lights. And I don't bow to terrorists. What's that thing? You know, I don't... what is the word I'm looking for? But anyway, I don't care. You hit me from behind, you'll be paying a big price for it. I'll make sure I sue you the pants off of you. Anyway, yeah, I say all that right. And this video was supposed to be, I think I'm gonna make this one a video fail. It's supposed to be about what happened yesterday. But what happened yesterday? So let me see if I can get back to it. Basically, we went there. Okay, so basically we went to the senior rec center first, and that they sell meals. They're not expensive. Like sometimes they're like as little as $3.50, and I think he said his was that he got yesterday was $5.50. And I think there was supposed to be 5. The sign says 5. Maybe he didn't. No, but he had ziti. And I got a bowl. It was called a bowl of chicken salad, but it was only like a scoop. And then the rest of it was regular salad, just lettuce, tomato, onion, and cheese on it. That's pretty much what I do myself. I don't put tomatoes on it though. And then we shared a baked potato with they say all the fixins. Well, I guess fixins are, well, I guess it would be considered that. Anyway, bacon, onion, chopped onion, and butter and sour cream. Anyway, I'm filling in too many details, but hey, why not? So then we did that. And it didn't take us long because Adam, I'm telling you, the man eats like food is gonna be, that's all there will be ever in his life. Really, like it's going out of style, as people used to say. He eats so fast. He is usually finished with his whatever meal before I finish even like 1 bite or 2 bites of something. He has wolfed his down, man. Like when we would go and get something, fajitas. Okay, the last time we went, we got 1 plate. Or each of us got a plate. I never ate all of it, so he winds up eating most of mine. But I had only finished 1 fajita, 1, and they're the little bitty street taco, practically a little bit bigger than a street taco. Flour tortilla, and he has finished his whole plate by the time I'm finished with my 1 little fajita. Okay. I'm like, whoa, dude, really? I don't know. I mean, I've known him over 40 years. We married over 40 years ago. So it's like, wow, I just don't see how he does it. And then he had got the ziti yesterday. Then he went and got him another plate. And then he ate the rest of I was eating potato salad. And he wanted to try, of course, my egg salad, which was just a scoop, like an ice cream scoop, you know, the small ones. Yeah. So serious. This man can eat, I'm telling you. And so anyway, we went from there, and then it was. I had the receipt this morning. I saw the receipt. I took it out of my purse, and for when we left the Big Lots store. Okay, the receipt said 12:10. Okay, they started serving at 11, at the place, and it was kind of a little bit down the road from there, and where we went to the Big Lots. Anyway, we go in there, and another thing Adam does, here it is. By the way, we are two totally different types of people, seriously. And I've said that for years. I'm not saying I'm better or he's worse or anything like that, or vice versa. But it's two different types. And, sorry, I'm making noise with that thing. But, so, I'm always driving because I will not drive with a lead foot, and that is Adam. I mean, he's like he eats, okay? Not paying attention to anything else. You know? So I drive, and I'm serious about I refuse to, and I don't know how many years ago I stopped because it's like my blood pressure can't handle the way he drives, seriously. So, and when we get there, wherever we are, I remember I used to do Dollar Tree videos, like we go to different places, and I'd say that, and he still does this, of course, you know, it's his personality type. I'd, go to park, and he is out that door practically, sometimes before I even stop the SUV, okay, in a parking spot. He's out the door, and he's in there. I'm like, he's going to get hurt one day doing this. This is his habit. This is the way he is. Now, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't jump out of a moving vehicle, even if it's in a parking spot and it's almost stopped. I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't. I mean, there's all kinds of things can happen. And with a moving vehicle, he even does when we get home, and I say, you're ticking off Cherry, because she'll start, that's the name of my SUV. I said, you're ticking her off. Once he takes off his safety belt, it starts bing, 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 and she tells him off. But anyway, he does it, seriously, we're driving up in his driveway. He takes off. He's got to get in there first, and he's got to be the last one to get in also. Last one to get in the SUV, first one out. I don't know. His whole family does that, seriously. And I don't know about them jumping out of the car, before it stopped, but they always have to be the last one. Imagine when there's two of them or more. Who's going to win to be the last one in the vehicle? Right. Okay, I deleted a clip, but so where was I? Anyway, I decided to leave from there, and hope I remember to go to where I'm thinking of going right now. This is the road that everybody wants to go down, and I've been doing this for like over 20 years. They want to fly down at about 45, 50, 60 even. Speed limit's 30, and there's generally a cop quite often, either up there, over there, back there, and they get really angry whenever you don't go, at least 45. Too bad. You see the sign right there? That says 30. It doesn't say whatever you want it to say. Anyway, boy, I'm mean today. I'm always mean. To them, that's being mean. To some people, I've heard them talk, not them, of course, but I've heard people talk about, you kind of people, just because it says 30, you don't have to go 30. They think that no rules apply to them. So, and because you're in their way, those people who drive the speed limit are in their way, they're wrong. Anyway, where was I? Oh, God. This is what happens when I try to make a video. But, so we went to the Big Lots, and Adam jumped out, rides apart, and he goes run. He doesn't run in. He walks really fast, and it's going to take me a bit to, actually turn the car off, the SUV off, and get my purse, and I can't drive with shoes on as if I ever did. But because of my edema, my shoes work as a tourniquet. I can't wear socks either. So, because I can't wear socks at all anymore. And that was my thing, seriously. Just loved wearing socks, even in the house, wore my socks. Can't do it. So I have to have house shoes. Eek. They don't do it if it's the loose, open one. Anyway, boy, so much information I'm giving out. But anyway, so we got in the store. Why do I do this? I don't know. But we got in there, and Adam was already in by the time I got my purse and all that good stuff. And like I said, he walks so fast as it is. Now, I have no idea why. I've asked him. He doesn't have an answer. He just does this. So I have no idea where he is, and that's caused us problems before, because he has a cell phone. He won't take his cell phone. He's a little older than I, and something like what happened could have happened. And so he's running in the store, going wherever he's gonna go. And I get in the store and I take a little videos. I take my time, and then at some point I just kind of stopped. I did, I think, 2 aisles or something of taking videos. To do shopping videos, and I just said, whew, something felt like, and the word that came to my mind was oppressive. It was so oppressive, and it felt like, like, hey, you see those over there? That was so cute. But ducks, I guess they were ducks. I passed by and they were in the shade. But I see. Hello. That wasn't a squirrel moment. That was a duck moment. So anyway, I'm standing there and I'm going, what in the world is wrong? And I started feeling like my stomach didn't feel right, and I just didn't feel right. I felt really like, ooh, I better get out of here, man. Something isn't right, how you whisper to yourself in your mind. But I really felt like my brain wasn't right, and I was thinking, like, I better get out of here. Come on, I need to get out of here. But before I could, my stomach really did not feel right. And so there was a woman standing there. I said, I gotta move fast and get out of here. Because this is disgusting, and some people find this kind of stuff disgusting. But basically, I was having like, what would you call it? Even, it wasn't like, I wasn't feeling like I was going to throw up. Okay, I'll say that. Not that kind. It's just my stomach felt abnormal. I mean, I have never had that feeling before, ever. So I really don't know how to say it. It just felt abnormal. And nothing I've ever experienced. So, like, maybe, I was thinking, my brain was all kind of confused and everything, and I was thinking, are they kind of pumping something in here? Is their air conditioner bad, and it's pumping some bad air in here? There's no airflow. I maybe have felt something, that the feeling of not being able to breathe right, when there's no air flowing. And like I need a fan or something on, when there's no air flowing, and the AC is, in the middle of the night, some seasons, the air conditioner doesn't cut on, or the fan, the heater, the fan, nothing cuts on, and the air feels a little stale, is what I call it. There's no movement of the air or something. Then I felt that kind of thing. It just doesn't breathe right. I don't breathe right in it. So anyway, so I felt this, and I kept, like I said, there was a little bit of confusion in my brain. And so I went and asked a woman, I said, is there a restroom? And she didn't speak English, but she, knew just to point. And I got the picture. I remembered where it was in that one. I haven't been there in a long time, years, I don't know how long. So I went back there, and I heard Adam. It was very certain. There was hardly anybody in the store. I don't think there may not have been anybody in the store at that time, other than us and the people that worked there. It was so vacant. The parking lot was just so vacant, and I mean, it was amazing. I've seen that in restaurants more now. People ordering stuff delivered. I get it. In restaurants, I've noticed nobody's ever in, hardly anybody ever in the restaurants at all, any kind of restaurant. So anyway, any day, any time of any day, I've noticed this. So, I asked the woman, so I, went back to the restroom and everything, and they hadn't cleaned, and somebody else must have gotten really sick, and I could not wait, so I cleaned. Yeah, it wasn't extremely bad, but you know, I'm not gonna say it. You would laugh if I said shit happens. But it did. I mean, it wasn't like that. It wasn't, no, I better not say that. It was just not clean. And there was nowhere else for me to go, you know. And so I cleaned it off. Didn't touch anything with my hands. You know, I'm real particular about that. After 2020, touching anything with my hands that can contaminate it. And I was sick. I was feeling really sick. And I mean, brain confusion as it was. Other times I probably wouldn't. Of course I wouldn't have. I would have ran out of the store and gone somewhere else and reported it, you know, to them. Hey, you know. But I mean, this kind of stuff happens. Nobody can be there. They don't have the what do they used to call those people who are in the restroom, you know, to make sure it's always clean. They don't have those in stores and everything, so it's not the store's fault. Or maybe. We'll see. But anyway, so this is disgusting. I know. Okay, I know. You know, you could have cut it off before, you know. Okay, so I should back up on that. I heard, you know, before I got to the restroom, I heard Adam talking, like way at the other end. Now, I had been on the right side of the store. He had been way in the back, in the front. I was in the front, right part of the store. He was in the back, and on the right, on the left. And I didn't know that. I didn't know which way he went. But I'm gonna have to do this because there's too many people walking around. I don't want to put kids in my video. So anyway, he was yelling out at me, yelling my name, and I kept, you know, we're basically doing Marco Polo, you know, that kind of thing. And we were using one another's names, of course. And I couldn't find him. It was like he would be echoing on one side, then he'd be in another one. And I was sick. I said, sorry. You know, you need to, you know, I'm thinking to myself, he needs to stay with me, you know, because of stuff like this. Why does he do that? Stuff like this can happen. And so I went ahead and went to the restroom, like I said. And I came out, and there was this big guy sitting there underneath this. I say this because he kind of blended with the seat. Seriously. I'm not picking on him for being big. You know, I call myself a gentle giant, so I'm not picking on anybody. But this seriousness was that, seriously, it was that he was the size of a little swing or chair or something underneath it, canopy kind of thing. And he had a shirt on the same color as that chair, the swing. I don't know if it was a swing or a chair. But anyway, and it was a wide one, and so was he. So there was nothing to show that he was sitting there, and it was dark underneath it, kind of dark. Anyway, he moved and he said something or whatever, or he moved his hand or something, and I saw him. And I kind of, you know, because I was saying out loud, thinking out loud, where are you? You know, because I thought he'd be out there. You know, Adam. Like I was sitting there, I think that's when he looked at me kind of funny and did his hands like, what are you talking to? You get what I'm saying, right? So anyway, then I just kept walking, and then I heard Adam again, you know, this kind of like Marco Polo kind of thing, and I just like, where in the world are you? He was way on the side that I was on. He was sitting on one of their sofas. They sell furniture, some kinds of furniture, like sofas and I think beds and stuff like that. And you know, if you don't have a Big Lots is a lot of stuff, so you can look it up online. It's not just furniture. It's actually more of a, I don't know what you kind of call it, department store maybe. Okay, whoa, what happened over there? If there's anybody in that, and how did it move? The truck right next to me moved. All of a sudden, the SUV, there's nobody in it. Whoa. Or maybe there is, I just can't see him. Yep, he's moving now. That's what it was. He slammed on his brakes. She did. Anyway, because somebody was backing up from the other side. Anyway, he didn't need to know all that. So anyway, so I go up to him and he's sitting in on one of those sofas with his back toward me. So he sees me and I go up to him and I said, man, you wouldn't believe what happened to me. And I think he said the same thing. You wouldn't believe what happened to me. We both have the same problem. I mean, how unusual. I mean, I'm too close to this side. But, I mean, really. Of course, you know, once we get out of the store and then I can stop and think about it. Yeah, you know, I was like, oh, could that have been? Could it have been? Now, there could be so many things that I'm not a healthcare provider, professional, voice of authority on it at all, and neither is he. So it's only speculation. We'll never know the truth. But, you know, you could go and say, we ate something, that potato we shared. Something was wrong with it. We could say something like that. I don't think you can see that. It's a little baby in front of me here. Oh, she's so cute. Probably 2 years old. Not a baby. Not an infant. Toddler. Anyway, it could be that. It could be the heat. And finally I said, do you know, I think that was caused by the heat. And once we got home in our own air conditioner, you know, I have an air conditioner in my SUV, of course. This is Texas. And, but really, it took us some time to just kind of, he said, yeah, you know. I said, it was that heat. But before, when we got up to the front, there was one woman in there, you know, working. And I told her, I said, man, you know, it's really hot in here. And I hadn't felt heat until I got up there and I started sweating. I'm one of those people who really don't sweat enough. It's probably due to my, okay, don't hit me, my rare health condition. And it's probably due to that. I don't sweat much. But I started once I got up there, and the woman behind it, she would be like, you know, she probably like would be my daughter's age, you know, older. And okay, now, thank you for not parking too close. Anyway, and I told her, and she said, she did it in a kind of cute voice. She said, we've got put in work orders after work orders, and this is the result. You know, about the air conditioner. And that's when I started sweating, really. And Adam was standing right there, and I think he just decided to just go ahead and walk out. And I was talking to her, and I was saying, I don't know how you work in this. She said, yeah, and we don't have any air conditioner out in the warehouse part. She said, when we work out there, we have to bring with us a second set of clothing because we have to change it. It's so hot. I was like, wow, you know, man, I don't know how they get away with that. I didn't say that, but I'm thinking that how, you know, really, there were hardly any people in the parking lot. You know, I usually don't name the name of places. I just accidentally did, and I'm going to go back and try to find it. Well, right here, and then another one. But okay, you know, air conditioners go out. They do. But the one of the things kept being in my mind was saying that it was oppressive heat. Well, it's not really. Sometimes oppressive heat is when there's no circulation. Sometimes it's when it's just really too hot. I really didn't feel so much that the heat was, in a way, but because of that, of feeling like I couldn't breathe right, you know, and the total mental confusion. You know, I mean, seriously. The only time I ever felt that was in 2020, February, when I just suddenly fell down, moved to the left and fell down on my knee, busted it up, hurt it really bad, not busted up, but hurt it really bad. Well, you could say busted it up. And there was some mental confusion of how it happened. That was 2020, February, yeah. And anyway, it was before all this information was out, by the way. So anyway, I'm not gonna, how many times have I said it? So anyway. But anyway, see, we both have, since then, you know, it's like coming out of a fog or something, and finally getting, you know, oriented right. We were home, and it was like, wow, we've neither one of us. And last year we did, you know, when I started doing this work of delivery for the health insurance, we actually were out in the heat. You know, he was with me. He'd sit in the SUV, but I was the one out, you know, just going into the store and coming out of the store and getting in my SUV and then going to people's places and just go deliver it and get back in. Wasn't out really in the heat that much, and I have AC. But still, last year, at one point, Adam told me, he said, "You're doing it again." I said, "What?" You know, I was getting out of my SUV. He said, "You're forgetting to put it into a park." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "I've had to, you know, put it into park because it was going to roll backwards." And I'm like, oh my goodness. You know, I was shocked. And then when he said that, I looked at the temperature. It was 106, the temperature. Now when it's 90 something, we're in a heat wave again. 90, even 80s, it's up to 100. Yeah, the heat index. You know, the temperature is in the 80s, but the heat index, what it feels like, whatever they call it where you are, is in the hundreds. So I've seen as much as 110 or 111. Anyway, I'm here to go in there. I'm going to wrap this up. Talk to y'all in another video. Bye.